Here's the SwiftUI MVVM app we're building, an events list app that navigates smoothly between screens. The best part, you'll start to understand MVVM in SwiftUI so clearly that you can start adding your own features right away after this video. In this first part, we'll set up the MVVM structure, create our event model, and connect it to SwiftUI view so we can display real data instantly. Let's dive in. Open Xcode, create a brand new SwiftUI project, and we'll start to build the foundation of the entire app series. Welcome to iOS Insights, the channel for iOS app development using SwiftUI and Swift. Don't forget to subscribe for more Swift and SwiftUI tutorials. In this part of the tutorial, we will implement the feature that will get the events based on the selected tab events, such as seen here. So if I click on draft, then it gets all the events that relates to draft. If I click on publish, then it gets all of the published events. The first thing we need to do is to create our divider, so we need to add a frame. The height is 40. Background, color, black, opacity 0.2, corner radius is 10. And now we get our list of events, filtered events. So this will get the events based on the selected tab. View model dot filtered events for selected tab. If not filtered event, is empty. Then we display our VStack, spacing 12, tab view, selection, current event index, for each filtered events dot indices ID. We give each of the filtered events records a unique ID, self indexing, and then we display the event card, filtered events. By using our filtered events array, we pass the record to the events card, and then we add horizontal padding the tag index. For the tab style, we use tab view, page, index, display, display mode, never, which will include these two little dots to enable navigation also. So you can navigate using the two little dots, so you can swipe from left to right. Frame, height, UI screen, main, bounds, width, timed by 1.2 plus 20. I made a mistake. This is the section for creating the dots so that we can navigate from screen to screen. So this is the section that we're implementing at the moment. So to do that, we have to use our stepper indicator view, and then we pass in the following parameters, which includes filtered events, count, the amount of events we have in our array, and the current index, the current event index, and within our closure we need to add tap index in with animation, and then that will change the current event index to be the tap index so that the screen navigates to the right record, also that the right record is displayed on the correct screen. We also need to include a spacer see if the preview works. Yeah, see, the preview doesn't always work. That's what we need to do. In the event that something goes wrong, we need to show an error to the user, so we have to create some UI to show that to the user. So we do that after lines 100. else if let error equals view model error b stack. That should be spacing 12. Image system, it should be system name, which will be model.symbol for error type, and this will get the correct system image for the error. Resizable scale to fit frame height 100 foreground color style which will be the hex value, the 7BA3B1, and then we do a similar thing for the actual error message. Because previously we just created the code to display the symbol for the error, but this will display the actual error message. String, it should be string. Describing error type. Capitalized. A few new lines. And then we just display our error message. Font.system size 20. Foreground color. Similar to what we've done previously in this line. So I'll just copy and paste it. And then the actual text need to be multi-lined aligned, or multi-text aligned and centered. And the reason why it needs to be multi-lined because the error message could be very long. The frame max width is infinity. Alignment, center, and padding. There should be a dot before frame on lines 116. So what else do we need now? We also need to create a retry button to enable the user to retry the events in case or in the event of any errors that have happened. They can try to retrieve the information from the web service, which is the API. So we need to create a button. Button has an action. Need a task. Current event index is equal to 0. Await view model dot load events if not view model event status is empty. Then we use selected tab, and for each of the tabs within the array, we to convert it to an actual array view, because at the moment the tabs are in a set, so it doesn't include any duplicate tabs, event statuses, and then we sort it by first. Or for whatever reason, if it couldn't be retrieved, we just assign our default, which is upcoming. Then on lines 128, we need to include a text element for the button that will have the caption that includes retry, so that the user knows that they can retry the functionality to call the web service from the view model. And it should be semi-bold for the font weight. Frame width 83, and the height 50. Background color, so that should be hex. To CA or 2C4A57. On lines 131, we don't need a colon there. Also, the foreground color should be color, hex, 9A, C5, DC. Corner radius, 12. And the frame, it should be max width, infinity, alignment, center. We just add some padding. And the spacer. We'll just save it. And then what else do we need? We also need to reset the current index when the user switches on different tabs. So we need an onChange event, onChange of selected tab. I think there's an issue with formatting, but let's fix that afterwards. So that should be current index, current event, index is equal to 0. I think there's definitely a formatting issue. There was an issue with the view, with the content view, so I had to fix it offline. So this is the complete implementation of the content view. And now you can also run the application in the simulator. As you can see, you can navigate to different screens, click on different events to see which events are published. In next week's tutorial, we'll start to implement the UI and unit testing.